Hi, welcome back to our lesson on computer literacy and security. And today we are going to take a look at another steps of how you can make changes to your user account or how to set a password on your user account. And this is what we are going to do in this tutorial. So let's start with our control panel. As usual, control panel contains all those settings on this system. So whatever that you want to do, you just have to go to control panel and pick it there. So this is my control panel interface. So we'll be going to user account. Now when you come to user account, you just have to choose manage another account. Already, as I was saying, Windows 7 has a different features, so you just have to be careful. You just have to go through and search for create a user account or whatever that you find at the Windows 7. So at the Windows 10, you just have to choose manage another account. So I'll click on it. Then I come to this add a user account. So I click on it. I wait for a while to open. Then we continue from that end. So when it comes, you have here it says add another user, so I just have to click on it. Now after clicking on it, there should be a dialog box for me to make changes or to create the user account with a different name and a different password. So whilst we are waiting, just put it in your mind that your password must be mixed with special characters, alphabet and what numbers, and it should be more than 6. It should be more. The 6 is the minimum size, but it should be more than 6. 10, 18. It all depends upon you. And you just put it in your mind that the password, you must remember the password because it's very necessary. If you forget your password, your system will be locked unless you unlock it again. So this is it says that who is going to use this page. So I'll give it a name. I will make it Anycom. So I'll make it Anycom, then I'll set a password on it. So I will set a password for this account. I will type under the same password again. Then I'll come to the questionnaire. The question I will choose, when you select, then you answer. So the name of your pet, type Scooby. Then the next question comes childhood nickname or any other name that you may take. Okay, I'll choose my older cousin. Set. I'll go for the next count, then I'll choose this the school, the last school or the first school I attended. So I will type. So these are the questions that you make whenever you forgot your password. This will help you to remember your password. So I will just click on next to wait for it to generate. Then after we will restart the machine and choose that account. So you can see that the account has come. It has added to the other previous one account that is on the system. So this is how you create a user account with password. And put it in your mind that I'm not going to restart it now unless I finish this lesson. Then I'll restart the machine for 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 you to know. So this is the account. So immediately you restart your machine, you will be able to see this. It says account or this income added to your account with the password. So that is how you create a user name and a password. Alright, so let's go back to the control panel. That is the main source. I'll categorize this to large, then I'll pick printer and devices. So printer and devices also gives you access to what? To add and remove a printer or a computer on your device. So if you can see, I have devices which are what? 3. I have multimedia devices which are 6. Then I have printers devices which are what 7. And the main ones that I'll be using are this, the Canon and the HP. The other ones are default on the system that I can use later if I want to use any of them. I can use this default, or if I attach them, I can use it to do other works. So this is my printers. So I have 2 printers on the system. So immediately I connect my cable to it, I will just have to start running my copies. And put it in mind that some printers do not have softwares that you need to install. Some have automatic drivers on the printer settings. So immediately you connect your USB to it, it will just start functioning. But the newer printers that are out comes with a software CD that you need to install on your system before you can use. So as I made mention, these are the printers, a column. Then I have the multimedia. The multimedia is the machines that have been connected to my network. So these are machines that are already connected to my system. Then I have my mouse connected to this machine. Then sometimes too, I also use my phone to connect to this machine. Then my woofer, my mini woofer that I also use very well. So all these devices are attached to my system. So you need to check all those things. Now let's go back. It says that if you want to add a new printer, you just have to click on it. Add a new device, you just have to click on it. But as I was saying, some devices has their own configured drivers on the machine. On the printers. So immediately you connect the USB cable to your system, it will automatically install by itself. You do not need to install it from the net or whatever. And some drivers too, you need to download it from the net, so you need to be careful on those areas. So these are the other devices that you can use. You have other printer and other device. So let's go back to our control panel and see the next one that we'll be going through. It says backup. Now every computer literate should have access to this or should know this. We need to back up our files on the system because you don't know what may happen to your system that you may lose a lot of documents on the computer. So backup is very necessary. So when you go to control panel, you have the backup in here. Then you choose the setup backup. So this one will give you access to to pick a file, to pick a pen drive or pick a drive that you want to put your backup on. Whether you're going to put it on a external drive or USB flash drive or USB pen drive or on a CD. Need to choose it from this angle. So immediately you click, you need to wait for a while. Windows 7 doesn't keep long like that, but as for Windows 10, because of the other features and other stuffs on it, you need to give it a time to open it for you. So when it comes to the restore and backup, these are the things that you can do. Then the restore is when you need a certain document from your backup, then you come to the restore. Then below here we have security and maintenance, then file history. So as I was saying, you can go back to the previous years or to the previous month that you did a backup. Then you go through, you select the specific month or specific day that you want to restore that portion, then you choose. Now, when the backup option comes, it says that select where you want to save your backup. So as I was saying, if you have a pen drive, if you have a CD-ROM, if you have a standard drive, immediately you connect it to your system, it will appear in here for you to choose. Then you run the backup system. So these are the things that you need to do. As I was saying, backup is very necessary. Must be done within 3 to 6 months. Every 3 months or 6 months, you need to do backup. As I said, don't know when something will happen to your system, so you need to do that. activities. Alright, so let's go back to the security and maintenance. Now, when it comes to security and maintenance, there's another option that you can do over there. Now, the security, when you need to check whether some settings are on or off, especially the internet security settings. You need to check whether it's okay. Then the user account is also on. All those things you need to check. Virus protection, you need to open it and see whether it's also active or not. So that you put yourself or you arrange yourself in a position where hackers or uh, virus will not be what worries you. So if you can say I have checked, yes, so that means um, I'm what protected. So at the security section, these are what the things that I use to check, because you can see that I'm using what Avast antivirus. So Avast antivirus is what turned on. My antivirus is fully updated, and all these things are already what on it that I can use to protect myself. So when it comes to the other angle, we have account protection. So account protection, to Microsoft will give you access to log in with your email, and they will help you to protect your system from from hackers. Now the firewall, I'm still saying that all these things you can find it at Windows 7 or Windows 8. You can find all those things in there. When you go to control panel, you get your security and maintenance settings over there, then you go through. So you need to check all those at firewall and the network protection. The main network firmware is what on. This one is also on. This one is also on. So I'm fully well protected. But the one that I'm using is this one, because I'm using my own network on the system. So I'm fully well protected. Now when it comes to apps and browser, you can see warm on there. So all these things you need to check whether your system is secured or not. So these are all the things that you may go through when you go to control panel. So this is my security areas. So I have these things checked, checked. I'm fully assured when I'm connected to the internet. Alright, so let's go back to control panel. That is, let's go back to the control panel. Alright, so let's go to the control panel and continue from that angle. Alright, so when you come to control panel, now you've gone through to user account, you've gone through to printer and setting, backup your files. Now let's go to a network and sharing modem and activities. If you attach to a network system, you will be able to have access to see which type of network or which type of internet connectivity that you are using. So if you can check my system, I have Anycom Wi-Fi, and it says internet. So I'm using the internet on this system to download other files and upload other things. So you need to check. Sometimes too, you are not supposed to connect to free internet. You should be careful on those free or those Wi-Fi that have been open for you. You need to be careful on them, because not all that has a free. Sometimes they've inserted a malware or a virus in there for you to damage your system or corrupt your files. So you need to be careful. You are not supposed to connect to open Wi-Fi. You need to be careful on those activities. So if you want to go into it further, all these things are there for you to go through. But you need to be careful whenever you are going to. When you click any of the options, you need to take your time, read it, and understand it. Then you can use it. So these are my adapters, my internet connectivity access or connectivity devices that I can use. Now, if you can see, this one is active now, and this one is inactive. So if I want to use a wireless terminal, I can also use this one instead of this. So all these things will get it on your system. Alright, so let's go back. So as I made mention, control panel has a lot of features that it can use in here. So when you come here, you just have to take your time, when you click any of the options, you need to be careful the options that you may what choose. And not all settings or not all info in here is very necessary for you. Not all. You need to be careful on some options. Alright, so this is what a control panel, and these are what the things that you can use control panel to do. If you want to uninstall the program, you can come to control panel, keyboard and mouse settings. You can come here, screen settings, device manager, printer settings, backupping, creating a user account, time settings, and all stuff. You can get it in here. All you need to do is just have time and what read the instructions that pop up on your screen. So you need to be careful. So we are going to end our control panel lesson from here. Then we go through to the next lesson, which is application. So we are still saying that Anycom Computer Solutions and IT Training is there for you if you want to learn any program that you prefer to learn in the IT field. You just have to contact us and we will help you. See you in our next video. Have a nice day.